It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Monday, the 11th of May. I'm Michael Groff. Some unusual weather across the state over the weekend. Widely scattered thunderstorms over the higher terrain and isolated storms got into the valley yesterday morning and again in the afternoon and evening. While rain was pretty spotty and hard to find, there were a few pockets that picked up some measurable precipitation. We had some wind gusts to around 40 to 50 miles per hour as well. Even some small trees were damaged. Nothing like that for the week ahead, though. Things will be drying out and calming down. Temperatures closer to average. In fact, a couple of days we might be a little below normal. How long will that last? And do we have any more active weather on the horizon? We'll get into it first. Yesterday in the valley, with that increased humidity, check it out. The morning low temperature, 81 degrees. That is certainly well above average and in fact was a daily record for a warm low temperature. And then the afternoon high 100. The normals are 93 and 68, and that record high of 111 back in 1934. Outside now here at 8:35 a.m. Sunny skies out there. We're sitting at 82 degrees at Sky Harbor. The dew point still up at 52, relative humidity 35%, wind from the east at 10, and the barometer is steady. Temperatures around the area this morning, 70 up at Thompson Peak, 74 at Fort McDowell. Most of us have warmed into the upper 70s to middle 80s across the area. The upper air look this morning, we've got a trough approaching the west coast. That's going to help to flatten out the ridge that's brought all the heat in here for the last week. It's not going to bring any more active weather to our state, but it will help to cool us off. Elsewhere, we've got a big trough in the east, and that's brought down plenty of cool temperatures that way. We had some record lows over the weekend. And still, as we look at the watch warning map, a number of freeze warnings up in that region this morning. And those are again in effect for tonight in some spots. Out here in the west, red flag warnings across the Mojave Desert, some wind advisories for the Great Basin as well, as we have elevated fire danger concerns. Convective outlook for today ahead of that cold front up in the northeast around Hartford and Boston. You're under a marginal risk of severe storms. The standard slight risk for parts of eastern New Mexico, West Texas. And precipitation for the next 7 days. This looks a little bit more typical for the month of May. No rain expected here in the valley and not much to speak of statewide as we really do start to dry it out. We'll take a look at the pattern right now as we check out the models. Have a look. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. There's a trough moving toward the Pacific Northwest coast. A drier west and southwesterly flow here across the greater Southwest states. So down at the surface, a few high clouds, otherwise mostly sunny. The humidity levels this morning will start to lower, mix out as we go through the afternoon. There might be an isolated shower or thunderstorm in the extreme eastern part of the state. Otherwise, much drier statewide, really. Highs this afternoon in the mid and upper 90s. Tonight, clear skies. The air is drier, so overnight lows should mostly be in the 60s, around 70 or so in the urban core. And then tomorrow, the trough continues to dig into the west, so we'll see rain from central California on northward across the Pacific Northwest, but we are mostly sunny with breezy afternoons, not quite as warm, highs in the low to mid 90s. By Wednesday, troughing becomes more of the dominant feature here across the western states. It'll result in breezy afternoons here in the valley, and temperatures continue to lower a bit, highs in the upper 80s and low 90s, those overnight lows in the upper 50s to middle 60s, and that'll continue into Thursday and Friday, as temperatures dip ever so slightly below average. Let's go to Saturday. And again, I think troughing will begin to ease just a bit. Temperatures might recover by a couple of degrees, but I don't think we're going to warm up all that much. Should get back into the low and mid 90s though. And again, the sky stays mostly sunny both Saturday and Sunday. All right, but here we go to a week from today. This is Monday the 18th, a trough along the west coast once again, a broader southwesterly flow in here. Maybe a few high clouds and temperatures fairly close to normal. And going out 10 days, this is Wednesday the 20th. Still worth watching this trough digging down the west coast further in that configuration. Maybe some high-level moisture comes in. We might have to watch for the prospect of a little unsettled weather, or certainly temperatures continuing below average. But any hopes for precipitation, it's pretty unlikely here this time of year. All right, let's take a look at those temperatures off the national blend of models. Yes, we're going to trend down a bit toward the low 90s, and again, maybe even upper 80s for Wednesday, and then slowly warming up as we go into the weekend. Overnight lows mostly in the 60s to about 70 or so. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and click that notification bell so that whenever we post a brand new video, you'll be alerted. Your comments, questions, and suggestions always encouraged as well. Thanks so much for watching. Be safe out there. Stay cool. Drink plenty of water. You guys have yourselves a great Monday.